welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing this tutorial. It is my, holiday look. You can use this for any holiday party, including New Year's Eve if you want. It features mainly the new Makeup Geek duochrome shadow in Secret Garden. This looks very green, kind of emerald teal, and then in certain lights it also reflects kind of a blackish purple. So it's really interesting. It's just like, I'm obsessed. I'm also wearing my hair crown hair extensions. If you are wondering how my hair all of a sudden just became like a lion. But I love hitting crown hair extensions because look, where are the tracks? Look how tight to my head I can make it. But that's beside the point. You came here for this tutorial, so let's just get started.
Hi, here's my fresh face, and look at my festive Christmas lights. Loving it. And I'm going to be starting with my Nivea Men Sensitive Post Shave Balm as a primer. I'm obsessed with this stuff, but don't tell Matt that I use it because he doesn't know, okay? On the down low. And I'm also mixing that with the Cover FX Illuminating Primer to make sure I maintain my glow. And we're just going to speed through this because I'm pretty sure y'all know how to put primer on your face. It requires about zero technique. And because I want to, minimize pores and keep some areas of my face looking matte, I'm using this Pure Minerals Correcting Primer. I'm obsessed with this. It reminds me so much of the Hourglass primer, but it's way cheaper and in my opinion works exactly the same, if not better. So I'm putting this in the center of my face, on my nose, near my big pores on my cheeks, forehead, chin, the areas that tend to get a little bit shiny and a little bit more porous. And then I'm taking the Bright Future Gel Serum Concealer from Sephora. I talked about this in my haul from the VIB sale, and I wasn't really sure how I felt about it yet, but now I am obsessed with it, especially as an eyeshadow base because of its gel formula. I'm also using one of these new Pur Cosmetics brushes that I just got, and I'm so obsessed with the entire brush line. And I'm going to set that with my IT Cosmetics Loose by Pores powder with just a powder puff, just so that my shadows blend smoothly on top of that concealer. Pretty easy. And I'm going to be starting with Makeup Geek's Peach Smoothie. I've officially hit pan on this. It's my absolute favorite transition shade. I use it literally every single day of my life. I'm going to be using all Makeup Geek shadows today, by the way, and I'm just using a fluffy brush. This is a Morphe, I don't remember what the number is, but it's from the Elite collection. I'm sorry I'm a little out of focus. I'm just burning this all over the crease, no need to be precise. And surprise, I just did one eye off camera. And I'm going to go in with Chickadee, and this is Desert Sands from Makeup Geek. This is just a bright orange and then a kind of dusty burnt orange, if you will. And I'm putting this on the crease just a little bit lower than the Peach Smoothie with the same brush, just going back and forth, windshield wiper motions, trying to blend this out, which with these shadows is not very hard. Just keep blending and building up the pigment until you reached the desired look. Then this is Preppy, I believe, which is like a gray sort of, oh no, this is Preppy. The other one was High Tea, sorry. And this is just a combination of like a gray green and then a brown green. And I'm just putting this again with a slightly smaller brush into the crease, and then going in with Bada Bing, which is a dark sort of brown, which has little flecks of gold in it. It's very similar to Americano if you have that shade. The gold doesn't really show up, so to me it's kind of one and the same. And then I'm using an outer V brush and focusing this on the outer V, and then bringing whatever's left on the brush into the crease again, but just lower than those other colors. Again, if you've watched some of my videos, you know that I like to use lots of different colors because it kind of does the blending for you, so you don't have to work so hard. And now I'm going in with another just like kind of fluffy brush with the orangey shades that we used earlier, and making sure everything is blended out as much as it can be. This is one of those looks that looks like a absolute sack of crap until it's done. So you just gotta trust me on this. And here is the star of the show. This is the Makeup Geek Duochrome in Secret Garden. It's so beautiful. You cannot tell its duochromeness in the pan, but you can see when I apply it, see how the lower part of it looks purple, and then when I look back up, it looks like that teal green. This is the duochrome in effect. When you apply these duochromes, sometimes it can feel or seem like it's applying patchy, but it's not. It's just that you're seeing the different colors at the same time, so it looks like the one color isn't completely uniform, but it's not supposed to. That's the magic of the duochromes. By the way, I've sprayed this before I put it all over my lid with a setting spray. I'm using the Pure Miracle Mist, and then I'm re-intensifying the outer V with that Bada Bing shade, yet again with that same brush, and applying it back towards the center of my face, so like the inner portion of my eye. I don't know why I just gave that surprised face. Samantha, you're weird. And then I use a little, makeup remover wipe to crispen up our edges and clean out any fallout. I'm going in with this Tarteist liner, but before I do that, I'm going to highlight my brow bone with this slightly shimmery stark white in Ice Queen. This really helps lift the brow, and I'm just using a pencil brush for this. And then I'm going to go back in with that Tarte liner. It comes with a little brush that makes making a wing super easy. It's kind of like a gel formula, but in a tube, so that way it doesn't dry out. It's actually really, really smart, and you only get a certain amount of product on the brush. If you have watched my channel for a while, you know how self-conscious I am about doing wings on camera. And like for the first time ever, I actually got this in frame, so miracles do happen. But I really like this because not only is the formula really easy and the brush makes it super easy to make a wing, but I find that it's not like super, 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 super black. So if you make a mistake, it's very forgiving. Then I apply the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. No rhyme or reason to this because we're gonna put falsies on, but I thought I would show it to you anyway. I'm just gonna speed it up because who cares? And after I did that wing, I just kind of wanted to re-intensify the outer corner because I kind of wiped away that little area in between, you know what I mean? You see what I'm talking about? I know you see what I'm talking about. And now I'm going to re-intensify the Secret Garden shade yet again. Again, this is optional, but I just wanted it to be really, flush. And this is what we have at the end of the day. I'm going to add these velour lashes in Strike a Pose. They are on their last leg, as you can tell. I've used them quite a few times. And I'm just adding these, and voila! Lashes are on. And then I'm going to use my Pure Miracle Mist again to just rehydrate the eyes and rehydrate the face as well. So it's going to make the eyes extra sparkly and foiled looking, and because it's been a while since we primed our face, we just don't want it to be too dry for foundation. I'm using a combination of Born This Way by Too Faced and the L'Oreal Infallible. The Too Faced one makes me very dewy, and the other one makes me very matte, but they both last a very long time, so I feel like if we meet somewhere in the middle, this is going to work out beautifully. I also had to wear this makeup and make it last literally for 24 hours, so this was a good combo for that. And this is a powder foundation brush from Pur Cosmetics, but I like to use it for, liquid foundation. I'm just speeding right through this, but you can see what a flawless finish it gives. And then I'm mixing my Cover FX Custom Cover Drops and my Maybelline Fit Me in Cafe, and I'm using this to create a cream contour shade. I know this looks really orange on camera. It's not quite as orange in person. And also, I'm just really going for more of a bronzy contour, not like a harsh gray contour. So when I blend this out and then use bronzer on top to set it, it just looks really nice. This is a little technique I've been using for a while, and I also do it under my chin to get rid of any double chin areas and down the sides of my nose. I only do the bottom half because that's the part that I feel needs slimming. I feel like the top part's fine. So don't over contour. Really look at the parts that you need to adjust on your face. Don't just do what you see everybody else doing. Does that make sense? And then I'm just going to blend this all out. As of right now, we have yet to do any powders, so you can cream it up until you set. Then I'm going in with that same Sephora concealer that we used earlier to prime our eyes, and I'm pretty much putting this all over the face to highlight the areas that I want to highlight, and you're done. Just kidding. And then we're going to blend that in. Again, I'm using that same Pur Cosmetics brush from earlier. This is really nice for setting your highlight and under the eyes because of its tapered tip. And I'm just fast forwarding through this because you've seen me do it about a million bajillion times. Now I'm using my Real Techniques Beauty Blender dupe and the by Pores powder, and I am baking under the eyes. Nothing too crazy. I still don't really know how I feel about baking yet. Sometimes I love it, sometimes I just don't see that huge of a difference. But we're doing it today because we're going full glam, and I really wanted my makeup to last because I had to wear this for 24 hours because I was going on a plane immediately after. Then this is my Tarteist Contour Kit by Tarte. I did a review on this on my channel if you want to check that out. And I'm going in with the first contour shade. And this is an e.l.f. Tapered blush brush. And I'm just going over that cream contour to set it. I know this looks incredibly harsh on camera, but don't worry, we are going to blend. And let's get real, we're going full glam. Then I'm taking just a hair of that darker shade and focusing this mostly on the very outer portion of my contour to really get that chiseled look on that part. That's the part that you really want to define, and then you want to fade it into the rest of your face. BT dubs. And then I'm doing this on the perimeter of my face. Make sure you don't give yourself bronzer helmet, but do what you have to do. Bring dimension all over your face. And then I'm using the lighter shade on the sides of my nose to not only set that cream contour, but just to define it even more. Again, this looks a lot harsher on camera than it did in person, even though I still don't think it looks that bad. Then we're using the new Pure, I forget what this is called. I mean, it's clearly on the video, but I'm blind as a bat, so I can't read it. And I'm just using this to soften all the edges of all that bronzer that we just put on. You could pretty much use this brush for everything. It's my new favorite brush. It's a total dupe for the Becca the One brush, but it's 10 times better and 10 times softer. Now after we've blended everything, it doesn't matter really if you're messy because you're going to bake underneath that contour to really make it, sharp again. So you don't have to worry about being super, super precise because you're just going to erase it later. Does that make sense? Then I'm going to take the two highlight shades from that palette. I'm going to use that to wipe away the HD powder that we have under our eyes. I know it seems kind of counterintuitive to use powders to wipe away other powders, but I just find that sometimes a lot of HD powder, especially under the eyes, can leave you looking kind of old and accentuate fine lines. And a slightly shimmery powder to wipe that away can just bring a little bit of life back to that area. So I'm doing that all over those areas that we have baked. And this is pretty self-explanatory, so I'm just going to shut up and stop talking. Now we're taking my favorite bronzer probably of all time. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Bronzer in Radiant Bronze. And I'm just bronzing the shit out of my face. And this is Becca's Pressed in the new permanent shade Pearl, which for us fair babies is everything that you could ever want in your life. I'm such a good singer, right? Check out that glow, you guys. Yes! And then I'm going to make myself, look like Rudolph, but with a white nose instead of a red nose. And this is just super, super, super intense. But don't worry, I haven't put blush on yet, and that's going to help blend it out. But for now, let's just enjoy the glow. So I'm taking that same blush that's in the Tarte Contour Kit, and I'm going to put that in between the contour, the bronzer, and the highlight, and you can see how that just kind of tones it down just a wee little bit so you don't look like frosting. But hey, if that's what you want to do, then you do you, boo, and just put highlighter on last. I won't judge. Now for eyebrows, I'm using my Anastasia Dip Brow in the shade Blonde. And now you can really kind of see what these eyes look like. They look pretty fierce, right? And we're just, filling in. I'm letting you take a look at my little process when it comes to brows. I've been really back into this dip brow. I wasn't using it for a long time, but now I am so much in love with it all over again. Here you can really see the difference between a brow that's done and a brow that's not. It makes all the difference in the world, right? I'm going to set that with this Cella eyebrow gel that I got in my BoxyCharm like a million years ago. And it's pretty good. Don't rush out and buy it or anything, but if you have it, it's fine. Then I'm taking a mixture of Bada Bing and Secret Garden and putting that with a flat definer brush underneath the lower lash line. Don't worry about being super precise, just get the color down with that brush, and then we are going to blend it out with a little bit of that mixture of the two orange shades. They are Chickadee and Desert Sands. And there you have it. And then add some mascara to your lower lash line. And then I'm pairing this entire look with Anastasia's Pure Hollywood Liquid Lipstick. I find that nudes like this that are a little bit cool toned and really light are really flattering for a smoky eye look. I think that it really balances it out really well. This is my favorite way to wear a smoky eye. But if you want to go big and not go home, pair this with Stila's Beso Liquid Lipstick. This bright red pairs really well with the green and is very festive for Christmas. And it's bold, but hey, if you want to go there, you do you, boo. I won't judge. Then you're going to make it rain, girl, all over that face. Set those powders, because Lord knows we used a shit ton of them. And then when this dries down, you are absolutely done. Then that's it. You can wear this look any time of the year, but I thought this would be perfect for the holidays, Christmas, New Year's, you name it. If you like me and you like my channel, please don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you next time here on Make It Up with Samantha. Happy holidays. Love you guys.